We overcomplicate Pinterest, but then in the same sense, we oversimplify what it is that we should be creating. The process of creating blog posts and pins is actually incredibly easy now that we have AI. I mean, really easy. I'm going to show you today. The real strategy comes into what do I post next? Picking what it is that you're going to do. So let me show you something I've never seen anybody else talk about. And this is how you can get inspiration for what to create for your Pinterest account that'll be so on point targeted to your audience, you won't even believe it. Now, in this video, I am going to show you a few paid tools that I use. You do not have to use them, but I'll include them in case you want to. So at night when I am just relaxing in my bed, or let's just say I want to take a short afternoon break of some sort, but still kind of work, something that's not going to take me a whole lot of crazy thought process, I will sit and browse the home feed of Pinterest when I'm logged in to the Pinterest account I want to work on. So let me slow that down and give you an example. This is Ballen Blogger. This website I created just recently this year, just kind of as a test. Like, let me go build a website that is purposefully designed to drive traffic to Pinterest users. And it's going to be a visual, Pinterest-friendly blog. Then I'll monetize that with affiliate links, with ad revenue, potentially digital products, could be sponsorships, all kinds of ways to do that, okay? So this account is all about home decor, crafts, theme parties, house and home, general living, all right? But general living in a very visual way. So that's my primary focus. It's all created with AI. The blog posts are AI, the images are AI, and I'm doing that very intentionally to see how does Pinterest like it, how do the users like it, how do the ad revenue platforms like it, and I'm bringing you whatever it is that I discover. Now, I will tell you that I started making money on this website right out of the gate. I launched a food blog this week, and I had traffic the same day. The same day. That's the power of Pinterest. So yes, it is absolutely generating traffic. Now, and revenue. When I create a blog post, typically I do the bare minimum right when I launch it. So when you look at a post like this, you basically see the image. You can see the ads that are running around here. Those are all ads. And there's not a whole lot of images in here. But as soon as I start getting traffic, I go in and optimize. Well, how do I know if I'm getting traffic? I'm using this analytics software called Clicky. I'm going to put all the links below. Right here, I can look at, let's just say, yesterday's traffic, and I can see exactly which articles are being visited. Those are the ones I'm going to go in and start optimizing if I have not already. So this one, cottage core bedroom ideas, I open the blog, I take a look at it. Okay, so this one I've already been working on. You can see how it has these images. These are AI created. I'm going to show you how I make those. But I don't do this usually until I start getting the traffic. So I want to point that out. Why? Because you don't know if the pin that you create is going to generate any traffic. So now you've gone in and spent hours on a blog post creating all of this. Not that it would take hours, but for new people, it's going to take a little bit more time. And you don't know that it's going to get visited. So this is just my process. Bare minimum usually, then make the pins. Once they start getting traffic, then I go in and add all the images. I add affiliate links. I look at other ways to improve the blog. Can I put in more visuals, more recipes, yada, yada, yada. Okay, now that you got that part, let's go back to why I scroll the home feed. I'm logged into this account, the Ballen Blogger account. What happens is Pinterest shows me pins in my home feed that it thinks I would be interested in. These are AI created suggestions, not that the pins are AI created, but the AI in Pinterest is learning me. It's learning me based on what pins I'm pinning for my Ballen Blogger account. Now, I very intentionally never scroll the home feed on Pinterest as a general user on my Ballen Blogger account, Because, for example, I'm very interested in travel right now. So if I were to sit here and start scrolling Pinterest, I might be pinning things to do in London and places to go for solo traveling. Well, that is going to mess up this algorithm that knows me as Ballen blogger, the home and garden person. Okay. So the trick to what I'm about to show you is you don't ever log in under one of your business accounts and surf Pinterest as a user, or you'll mess it all up. Okay. So we're only looking at a home feed that is based on the blog posts that we have created and the pins that go with them. Therefore, the magic of this is that Pinterest is now basically telling us what to create next. It's basically saying, these are the pins and the topics that somebody who's looking at a blog like yours would be interested in. So as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, oh, have I created that blog post yet? Okay, so this one here, homemade non-greasy whipped body butter. Have I made blog posts on whipped body butter? I actually have not. So this is what I would do next. There's a couple of ways you could do this. You can just go ahead and create a blog that's something related to whipped body butter. And you could use ChatGPT for this. I'll show you. I'm going to open ChatGPT and I'm going to say, give me 3 title ideas for DIY whipped body butter. Now remember, I'm laying in bed right now. I got my phone in my hand. I'm browsing Pinterest. Now I open my ChatGPT app. And it says, here are 3 engaging ideas. So how to make luxurious whipped body butter at home. DIY whipped body butter recipe for ultra soft skin. Easy whipped body butter, nourish your skin naturally. What you'll notice is those are just kind of a generic, let's make whipped body butter. That might be fine if we've never done a whipped body butter topic yet. So watch this. I could do this and I can say, write this article. Now it's going to write an article that I could now go put on, oops, didn't use the right formatting. Use article formatting. So now it'll give us an H1 title. It'll give us headings. Okay, so this is going to be one way to do it. All right. So if you look at my left-hand side here, look at all of, this is yesterday. Craft money article ideas, making money with crafts, pirate content ideas, Pinterest dinner boards, selling crafts on Pinterest. I wrote all these last night with ChatGPT. So when I woke up this morning, I had this huge pile of already written articles that I could start to work with. Okay, that is one way to do it. Another way to do it is to use something like SEO writing, which I will put for you in the description below. And let me show you the big difference here. I am going to open this DIY whipped body butter blog that we created this morning. Whoops, I put an EIY instead of DIY, so I need to fix that. All right. So what this software does, it's paid as paid software, is it actually writes the article. It does your AI images. It puts in your key takeaways. It puts in your tables. It goes out and finds a permissible, shareable video that's within the YouTube terms to share. It puts in bullet points, step-by-step, quotes, external links, links to other pages on your website if you want. So this is going to be much more in depth. And not only that, but if you use a WordPress blog, which I do, it'll publish it to your WordPress blog for you via the WordPress plugin. Okay. And by the way, if you're interested in a blog like I have here, everybody's always asking me about my theme. I work with WP Engine. I will put a link in the description below. I build my own websites, and there is a step-by-step guide. When you go in, you set up your hosting, you pick your plan, then you pick a theme. This is called the Essence Pro theme, and then it gives you a little guide. Here's how you set up the homepage. There's actually a demo content button. You click the demo content, it sets up your whole website for you. Then all you have to do is just get rid of like the 5 default pages it gave you and set up the menu. So I will put a link to all that below as well, because it is a fantastic theme. Absolutely. Okay, so SEO Writing will publish that to your blog for you, and now you can just go create your pins. That's an option. Or like I said, you can just sit and do the bare minimum on ChatGPT with no images, very basic, put that on a blog post, and then wait and see if it goes anywhere. So you have those couple of options, okay? Now, what I want to show you today, though, very specifically, I mean, what I just showed you is incredible. You'll never run out of ideas of what to create when you follow this theory, okay? So I never did anything on whipped butter, but I do have a whole section on DIY. Then down here, I do have a boho farmhouse style, so I'll skip that one. But look at this one, year-round indoor salad gardening. I've never done that one, so I would go create that one. How to start soap making when you're nearly broke. That's an interesting concept, because I did DIY soap, but I've never covered DIY soap on a budget. That might be a good idea. Okay, you're getting the themes here. Hippie garden ideas. I've never done that one. All right, let's use this one as the inspiration now. What I'm going to show you is a quick way to create a blog post for hippie garden ideas. We're just going to use ChatGPT for the sake of this. You could do if you have SEO Writing, you could just go do it there. But what I'm going to show you is a way to create this and then also create the 10 pins that go within it. When you're done, you would have however many we create in our listicle, you would have that many pins to go create your Pinterest board, okay? So let's go with hippie garden ideas. Now, I'm going to show you this really cool little thing you haven't seen probably, and I'm going to go over to my paid software called PinClicks, okay? Now, PinClicks, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to type in hippie garden. I don't even know if that is a keyword that is anything on Pinterest. Oh my gosh. This is where the paid tools make such a difference. I had no idea hippie garden was even a thing. So what that tells me is that should be a keyword that I target, is hippie garden, and I should probably create a whole bunch of blog posts around the hippie garden keyword. And let's take a look. So we have hippie garden aesthetic. I'm counting on my fingers. You can't see, but I'm going to count these. Hippie garden bed. That's a second blog. Hippie garden crafts. That's a third blog. Hippie garden decor. That's a fourth blog. Hippie garden fence. That's a fifth blog. Hippie garden gnomes. That's a sixth blog. Hippie garden house. That's a seventh blog. Hippie garden ideas. That's an eighth blog. Hippie garden landscape. That's a ninth blog. Hippie garden outfit. That's a 10th blog. Hippie garden party. That's an 11th blog. Hippie garden room is 12. The next one is 13. 14. I'm still counting. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I got 20 blog title ideas and we haven't even gone down any further. And look at the popularity of these pins. Okay. So talk about inspiration. That's incredible. So now what I could do is I could say, I'm going to put these on a content calendar. You guys are watching real live inspiration right now as I'm doing this. This is kind of like where my brain would go. So I'm going to open Harpa, this little Chrome extension here, and I'm going to say, give me a list of these in numbered order based on popularity. Stop at 100. Now I'm gonna click this little button on here, and I'm gonna make this page aware so that it reads the page. So the software you're looking at here that does this for you is called PinClicks. This is a paid tool. I did put the link below. This tool over here, on the right-hand side, is called Harpa. It is a free Chrome extension, but then you have to pay when you want it to do something extra. I don't even know when you have to start paying. But it is a tool. I wound up paying for like a 1-year subscription or something to it. So I am paying for both tools. PinClicks, I have an affiliate with. Harpa, I do not, at least not at this point. But as you can see, look what it does. It put them all in order for us. I like that. Why do I like that? Because watch what I can do next. I can copy and paste that over to a notepad. just open Apple Notes and I could put hippie garden ideas. Or I can say, put this on a content calendar, schedule doing one blog. Let's see, 100, that'd be 100 days. Let's do one blog per day. Let's just do it per day. Well, you could do it per week. Well, 1 week, gosh, that would be 2 years worth of content. All right, doing one blog per week on hippie content. This is incredible. Imagine how many different topics you could do this on. So basically, I said, give me one a week, because really you wouldn't want to be blogging hippie garden stuff every day. Now, you could use, just go wild at it and post them all at once and just get them done. That's fine too. But you're probably doing other topics at the same time. So what this would do is this would give you the ability to write on the topic hippie garden once a week for 2 years. I mean, that's just absolutely incredible. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. All right. So let's pick what was the one we started with anyway? It was just a basic hippie garden ideas. Hippie garden ideas. All right. We're going to go with hippie garden ideas just because that's the first one I pulled. Okay. Now again, you could come up here to create new, and you could do a bulk article generation, and you can have SEO writing create all of these to publish for you. It'll put them in your blog. It'll put them on draft mode, or you can have it publish it and it'll put it on a schedule and it'll publish it for you. If you've got the money, the funds to pay for this, you want to do it that way, do it. Now, their AI images, in my opinion, are not anywhere near as good as what I'm about to show you. But again, easy starting point. If you have the money, this is easy. But if you're going to do ChatGPT and do it manual, let me show you that. Okay, so let's go with hippie garden ideas. So here's what I would do. I would go over to ChatGPT and start a new blog. And I'm going to say, write a list style article about hippie garden ideas. So remember, I'm in bed. I'm scrolling TikTok. I'm scrolling, probably scrolling Pinterest, looking for ideas. I just came up with 2 years worth of content just sitting there in my bed. Now I open ChatGPT on my phone, or you can open SEO writing on your phone if you want to go that way. And now I'm going to create this first really quick little blog. 15 creative hippie garden ideas to bring boho vibes to your outdoor space. Okay, purposefully, I'm going to keep this very minimal right now. So easy list posts. List posts do really well on Pinterest. We don't have to overthink it. This is going to give us the ability to create 16 pins out of one blog post, okay? Then later, you can get fancy with each one of the items, spinning them off to their own how-to blog or elaborating on this page directly. These are the types of pins that generate traffic, you guys. I promise you, I'm doing these. I know. These work, okay? Whether it's SEO writing that does it or ChatGPT, these get traffic. Okay, so here's what I do next. I'm just going to copy this whole thing. I'm going to come over to Ballen Blogger, and I'm going to create a new blog post. So I'm logged into my account. I'm going to go up here to new. I'm going to click post. Remember, this is the WordPress website I set up. You can do the same thing with WP Engine and the Studio Press themes. This is Essence Pro. Then there's a link to that below. I also have a video that shows you step-by-step how to set this all up. If you don't see that link below, ask me for it. Okay, what do we do next? This is going to blow your mind, okay? First thing I'm going to do, I come up here to Harpa, that handy-dandy Chrome extension again, and I have pre-set up a GPT in here called FEM Ballen Blogger. What this preset GPT, which a GPT is just basically a command, a pre-saved little command that tells Harpa, I want you to create a Pinterest pin for me that's going to drive traffic to this blog, that's going to be a good image for Pinterest. Then give me a multitude of Pinterest titles and descriptions, and you can ask for more. So we can set up pins for all of these little sections here below. So what I do is I just take this and I go over now to another software called Ideogram. This is kind of my marketing stack, guys. This is what I'm doing every day. This is my full time. This is what I'm doing. I'm either making YouTube videos, TikTok videos, or blogging and doing this, or creating my courses. I do have a coaching program, by the way. If you want to learn this more in depth, check out Ballen Blueprint Coaching, and there is a link below. So now I'm going to choose this 9x16 pin, and I'm going to click generate. You guys are getting all these free master classes all built in right now as I'm kind of just sharing this little workflow as we go. But in my coaching program, by the way, our images are populating right here. In my coaching program, I do teach everything from WordPress, TikTok, Amazon product reviews, making money with affiliate marketing, email marketing, landing pages, branding, all the things. All right, look how cute. 15 creative hippie garden ideas. 15 creative hippie garden ideas. So you pick the one you like. ballenblogger.com. I'm going to come up here, click the 3 dots. I'm going to download this as a JPEG or a PNG. I'm not going to get into all that right now, but whichever one works for you. And I'm going to put hippie garden ideas pin. Then I'm going to take the same thing and I'm going to go to a 16:9 and I'm going to click generate. And now it's going to make a featured blog image. This is exactly what I do every day when I'm creating blog posts. Okay. So either SEO writing has already written the blog, which I love that too, or I copy and pasted something from ChatGPT that I created while I was laying in bed last night, right? It's one of the two things. Both work. Both very much work. All right, so here, how cute. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, adorable. I like this one. All right, so then I'm going to download this one as a JPEG, and I'm going to call this the hippie blog. Now, it's not perfection. Look how it put in this little logo that's not actually mine. I don't even worry about it. Just not important to me to worry about what's in that little bubble right there right now. And logos, I'm not going to get into all this with branding, but unless you've got the money to really create brand awareness with a logo, it doesn't mean much. That's a whole nother conversation. But my color schemes are all on point. My URL's on point. So 15 creative hippie garden ideas. Okay, now what I do next is I come up here and I'm going to take this little description and I'm going to use that as a meta description. And I'm going to go to the post, set a featured image. I am going to upload the photo, select files, and we're going to put this featured image up here. If you wrote with SEO writing, it already posted a featured photo for you. You can change it, but that's just how it works. Usually I'm going to shorten that URL, creative hippie. Oh, we just need hippie garden ideas. Hippie garden ideas. Okay. Then I'm going to choose where I want to put this in my categories. It might go in my boho. It might go in my home and garden. Remember too, we're thinking about building quite a large library of articles. We're going to have 100+ articles. So under home decor, we could put something related to hippie garden, or under garden, we could put hippie garden, or we could just put it in garden and we could create a tag called hippie garden. Okay. Again, we'll talk about more of that on another video, how you want to organize those. Now, once that's done, this blog post is technically ready to publish right now. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I'll just click publish and I'll go about my day, and I'll come back to this later and add the rest of the images once it starts getting traffic, like we talked about earlier. Okay. So if I did that and I clicked publish and then I went on to my next article, which is often what I do, this is what it would look like. So you see all the ads starting to pop up. Okay. Is that the best user experience? No, not really. I want images in there. I want more how-to. I want to get them, if they wanted to build this meditation center, I want them to be able to click somewhere, but that happens after the traffic starts coming. Okay. So let me click edit the post though. And let's say now we've got our first couple people over. Now I want to create all the images so that I can get 15 more pins out of this to pin. So this is what I do. Design a cozy meditation nook. I just highlight this. This is how simple it is. Then I go over to here, Ideogram. I'm going to paste that right in there. And I'm going to click 916 because that's the size of the pin I want. And I'm going to click create an image. Now, every time I do this, it's going to create 4 images. If I like more than one, I can save it for multiple pins later. Or I can add it to Tailwind, which is my pin scheduler. Or I can use Pinterest manual scheduling and schedule them all out because they might all be beautiful. For example, I already can tell you I love that first one and that fourth one, actually, and that third one. So you can save them all to be used later. But what I want right now is one to go with this segment right here. Design a cozy meditation nook surrounded by lush plants. Okay, so all I need is something that fits that. So I'm going to go with this. Let me look at what's in this first one. So that one has a lot of forest and jungle back there. They may not be in the forest or jungle. So I'm thinking something that anybody could create is probably more appropriate. I just love this one. I'm going with this one. So I'd go to this, download, JPEG. Now, if I wanted to save them all, I would save it as Meditation 1, or Meditation Nook 1, Meditation Nook 2, Meditation Nook 3, Meditation Nook 4. In this case, Meditation Nook. I just want to get through this fast, so I'm just going to do this. Now, here's what I do. You go up here, click the little plus button to add it. I go to image. I go to upload. Meditation Nook. Okay. Then what I typically do is once that image is uploaded, I do change the aspect ratio to full so that it's, I change the, resolution to full size, aspect ratio to 916. So it's a pin size. Okay. Why do I do this? Because I'm going to pin from here after we're done. Okay. Now, if I wanted to, right now, I could work with that pin. And here's what I would do. You go to Pinterest. Or if you're using Tailwind, you can work within Tailwind. You go to Pinterest. This is the real deal of how I do this. Go to Business Hub. I go to Create a Pin. I browse for a pin. By the way, I already have over 2 million impressions from this new Pinterest account. Click on Meditation Nook. Click Open. So there's the pin we just created, right? Then I come over here and I'm just gonna take that title, create a peaceful meditation corner. I am gonna take this description here. And then I'm gonna grab the link to that blog, because remember, we already published it. So I already have a URL. Choose the board we're gonna put it on. Now remember, what is our board? Well, we are going to create over 2 years, we're going to create over 100 hippie garden blogs. So wouldn't it make sense that we should have a hippie garden board? I think so. So go to your choose a board, and we need to create a board if you don't already have a hippie garden board, which I don't. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to call this hippie garden ideas. Actually, let me check Pinterest real quick and see if they have a suggested board. So I'm going to go to the little magnifying glass, hippie garden. Okay, look what happens. See these little drop downs? Hippie garden ideas, hippie ideas, boho decor. Those could all be separate boards. Man, we could build an entire website just on hippie garden ideas. Build a different board for each one of those things and just keep blogging and pinning about hippie garden. That's how simple this is. Crazy. Okay, I'm going to go with hippie garden ideas for the name of our board. But as you can see, yes, there is a place for this on here. It looks like a lot of them wind up, though, under boho decor patio. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to go with hippie garden as our board. Okay, for the start of this. But you can repin to all those other appropriate boards later. That's the beauty of this. So I'm just going to create a board from here for now, and I'm going to call it Hippie Garden Ideas. Create. Then here, tag topics. These are topics Pinterest has. Let's see what it says. So it doesn't give us anything on hippie garden, but it does outdoor garden. It does garden projects. Now remember, this is actually a meditation corner. So let's see, do they have anything on meditation? Oh, They had meditation room, right? You might do boho garden, see what pops up. Outdoor garden came up. So you can play around with this. I have no idea to this day how much tagging Pinterest topics matters, because so far from what I've seen in my rankings, they're analyzing what's in the image, in the title, and in the description more than anything else. So I've not done a test to specifically say how much those work, but hey, best practice. Let's throw them in there, right? Now you can schedule this to publish at a later date, today, tomorrow, the next day, whatever you want to do here. It'll only go as far as here. That's one of the differences between this and Tailwind, is it limits you to only a few weeks of posts, okay? So let's just say we want to schedule this for today at noon. That's fine. We can hit schedule, and now we just scheduled that pin. So we have our first main one that is the whole list style pin we made, and then we have that second one. Then you would do the same thing with the second one. You go here, your ideogram. We're going to publish this, and it's going to generate this. So this whole process that we just did, I could do that whole thing in about an hour. Come up with the article ideas, or have the article written, come up with the content calendar to decide how far I want to take this. Create in the list post, go in and create each of the images, and then schedule them out to schedule at later dates. And look at this. How great is this? Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy about this? Somebody said to me, hold on, what is this one? Mosaic Pathway. Mosaic Pathway is what we were creating. Somebody said to me, not somebody said to me, I was listening to a podcast the other day with a couple podcasters that I like, or one that I like. I didn't know the other one. And the other one who's been a Pinterest girl for years was basically saying how much she has always felt. Now, it sounds like her opinion is changing now, that she's being a little bit enlightened to what it all looks like. But she was literally saying that this is somehow deceiving a Pinterest user because it's AI. But is it? If you can create this mosaic pathway, and I'll show you right now how I can prove to you we can do this, and it's inspiring them on what they could create in their hippie garden, didn't we just give them exactly what they're looking for? They want inspiration for their garden. We just gave that to them. Now let me show you how to plus this. Let's just say now you're getting all this traffic over to this blog. You've done the 16 pins. They're pinning, and now you're getting all this traffic. Watch this. If you stayed this long, it's going to be worth it, because watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go over to here, and I'm going to create a new post. I'm going to take this, I'm going to do this DIY mosaic, how to create a DIY mosaic pathway. Now, this will be crazy for you. Watch this. I'm going to browse for that pin we just created. This is how much I'm going to prove to you that this is not deceiving, that it is value, that it is what they're looking for. Tell me exactly, step by step, including a materials list, timeline, etc., on how to create this DIY, what was it called? Mosaic pathway. This is how smart ChatGPT is. It's analyzing the image now, and now it's telling us exactly how to create it. But wait, write it in the normal article format. You just have to know how to work with ChatGPT to get the results out of it that are going to be helpful. Most people won't go this far. They won't make it helpful. And that is where people have problems with users, okay? So look at this. Base of the pathway is going to be paving stones or concrete slabs, mortar mix, sand and gravel, ceramic or porcelain tiles, tile nippers, hammer and safety glasses. Now, what's crazy about this, it's got the timeline. It's got the step-by-step instructions. So what would I do? I would copy this. And this is one of those things that I would rather use ChatGPT than SEO writing for in this particular case. When I get real specific, ChatGPT is better. SEO writing is better for those quick kind of I just want to publish this fast and see where it goes blog articles. It's not as good in creating these kinds of step-by-steps, in my opinion. Then down here, we're just going to paste this whole blog. Then we're going to go in and put the images. But let me tell you something. What we do is after we create this, you now link from your 15 blog post right here. You're going to say, here's how to create this. Then you're going to link it to this page that has the step-by-step instructions. Then right here on all these little things here, you're going to go over to a website like Amazon that you have created an affiliate partnership with. This is what I do. So I have an affiliate partnership with Amazon, Amazon Associates, or you can do Amazon Influencer or both. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to sort these by bestsellers. What's the best-selling tile nipper? I've never even heard of a tile nipper. I also like to do 4 stars and up so that I know they're getting a good deal, and I like to do prime shipping because most people who are on Amazon want the bestsellers. They want it prime shipped. They want to get it fast. They want it to have good ratings. I don't want it to have a lot of returns. So now look what you do. You come up here, you go get link, and I'm going to find the blog code. I code mine so that I can track where the money's coming from. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm going to put it there. And down here, I'm going to put tile nippers. And anywhere I say the word tile nipper, I'm going to highlight it. Because if somebody doesn't know what tile nippers are, or they don't have any, or they want to go check out new ones, they can now go to Amazon and find tile nippers. But there's one more thing you could do. You come up here at Amazon and you pick the #1 selling tile nipper. That one looks different than the rest. I don't know why they look different on the front. Does that say cutting nippers? Okay, so they might not actually be tile nippers. So I just realized, see, I don't know anything about, okay, this one says tile nippers, so I'm going to go with this one because it specifically says tile nippers. So that's a funny word. I'm going to go up here to get link. Watch this. Actually, I'm going to take the long URL on the top. I'm going to go back to my post, and I'm going to go to wherever it talks about tile nippers. And watch this. I have a WordPress plugin that I pay for, but it's not very expensive. It's called Lasso. Link is below. I'm going to click that plus sign, and I'm going to say Lasso. Then I'm going to say add a display, image, create a link, paste in that link. When I set up Lasso the first time, I gave it my codes. So it already knows on this account to use my Ballen Blogger code for tracking. Okay. Then I'm going to click add, watch what it does. It puts an image right there for those clippers. Those clippers are now linkable. And if somebody clicks through and buys something, I'll get a commission. I can also turn this into collages for the whole page. There's so many ways to multi-purpose this now. But do you see what we did? We used Pinterest to come up with ideas. We used AI writing to write the blog for us. We used AI images to go in and create the 15 pins. Now we have 16 pins. Then we used each one of these blogs to spin off to another DIY blog, which we used AI to write and AI to make the images, and then we put in our links for monetization. That right there is the right way to do Pinterest for affiliate marketing and ad revenue that is quality value for the user and makes us money. I'm Lori Ballen. I hope you enjoyed this.